Welcome along. So, a bombshell poll has shown that Rishi Sunak could become the first Prime Minister in history to lose his seat at the election on July the 4th. But have the tax gods just provided him with a miracle? This morning it emerged that there are apparently 6 Labour stealth taxes that might be on the table. They are: number 1, extend national insurance to all sources of income except on pension payments, though working pensioners will still be made to pay. Number 2, remove the cap on national insurance, so higher earners, those earning more than £50,270, pay the main rate of 8% all the way up the income scale, raising, they say, £20 billion. Number 3, equalise capital gains tax with income tax rates, raising an estimated £16 billion. Number 4, plug gaps in inheritance tax by ending reliefs that allow farmland, business property and pension pots to be passed on tax-free. This would raise £4 billion, they say. Number 5, reform property tax to make it fairer, while those in low-cost homes would see bills cut, those living in more expensive areas could see charges more than double. And number 6, introduce what's called a jackpot tax on extreme wealth, raising £10 billion a year. But here's the kicker, though, isn't it? Because a lot of that might sound OK to people. Oh, it's not going to apply to me, it doesn't really matter. Who is going to actually end up paying this stuff, though? Because today it's emerged that 9,500 millionaires left the UK last year. More millionaires left Britain than any other country apart from China. So they won't be paying it, will they? What does that mean for the middle classes? What does that mean for anyone with savings? Is this the fatal flaw with Labour's economic plans? The people they need to pay for everything might just leave. Keir Starmer's definition of working people certainly raised some eyebrows as well.
The person I have in my mind, Nick, when I say working people is people who earn their living, rely on our services and don't really have the ability to write a cheque when they get into trouble.
It's quite a lot of people, I think. The Tories say that that means more tax rises, so Starmer was forced to deny that again today.
We have been really clear that we're not raising income tax, national insurance or VAT. All of our plans are fully funded and don't require tax rises over and above what we've already set out. And that is because we're focusing on growing our economy. Our focus is on growth. That's been the missing ingredient for the last 14 years. It's been slightly the missing ingredient in this campaign as well, because we're not talking enough about how we grow the economy and create wealth.
But is he not talking enough about the fact that a lot of the people who will need to fund all of this might, again, just leave? And with inflation hitting Rishi Sunak's pledged target of 2% today, the Prime Minister went on the offensive, promising more tax cuts.
Inflation is back to target, and that means people will start to feel the benefits and ease some of the burdens on the cost of living. And it's because of that economic stability that we've restored, which was my priority when I got this job, that we've now been able to start cutting people's taxes. And if I win this election, I want to keep doing more of that, cutting people's taxes at every stage of their life.
There is, of course, the credibility gap, though, isn't there? So, some clear dividing lines seem to be emerging now between Labour and the Conservatives, but is it too little, too late? Or could tax turn the tide on a Labour landslide?